Hello and welcome to the Weekly Rewind presented by Attractions Magazine. I'm your host, Theron White, and this week we're going from Monday, July 3rd to Sunday, July 9th. Starting on Monday, we now see the outside of Disney Quest now that it is officially closed. They have a guest relations person waiting outside to kind of explain the situation if anyone does come up and ask, but they do luckily still have the coin presses right outside, so if anyone would like to do those, they are still available. Also on Monday, we were looking around all over the Disney parks. As you can see, the Disney emoji merchandise is definitely very popular and is for sale in a lot of different offerings. On Tuesday, July 4th, we looked at some of the firework blast happening right behind the Diagon Alley Dragon. We were also over at Madame Tussauds, where you could see that Uncle Sam was placed right outside the entrance so that you could take a picture with him with no additional charge. Lastly, on Tuesday, we looked back 1 year ago where we took this tiny planet view of the Magic Kingdom during the 4th of July fireworks. Now we also have 360 footage of the fireworks, so you can see all over with Magic Kingdom's 360-degree fireworks show, or specifically for the tiny planet of the finale. Moving on to Wednesday, we retweeted this post by Disney Springs as they showed that there is now mobile ordering happening at the Deluxe Burger over at Disney Springs on the My Disney Experience app. Now, if you have never done the mobile ordering, it's amazing. It's 10 times easier. I like it way better than actually having to order it yourself and go up. They've done it at Pandora and all over like Animal Kingdom. It makes it 10 times quicker. You can pay, it's the same exact price, and it just, I don't know, I like it way better. You don't have to deal with, waiting in line. You can just order it, go right to like the quick order spot, pick up exactly what you wanted, and then you walk away. So highly recommend it. Glad that they're moving it all over the place, especially Deluxe, which gets very popular on some days. Moving on to Thursday the 6th, Cirque du Soleil has officially bought the Blue Man Group Entertainment Company. Now, Cirque du Soleil, in case you do not know who they are, they do gigantic theatrical performances all over the world with a circus-inspired theme, and Blue Man Group does their shows all about music and lights, sound, color, and paint. So it's really awesome to see these two really big entertainment companies coming together. I'm really hoping to see some Blue Man Group inspired acts coming into a Cirque du Soleil show, so we'll definitely have to wait and see what happens, but I'm sure it's going to be great for both companies. Still on Thursday, we see here that Banks Lee is being forced to drink some Beverly. Now, don't feel bad, it's not too forced, but he is going to be the host next week of Early Night Live, and so that's kind of the initiation to do it for that show. Every single host has had to drink some Beverly, so Banks had to do it here, and we'll see how he's going to do for Early Night Live next week. He'll be hosting it over in Disneyland, so you're definitely going to want to check that out every Thursday at 6 p.m. Moving on to Friday, we look back 1 year ago at the Motel Hell haunted house that happened over at Howl-O-Scream. Now, we've been told that Motel Hell is coming back, so we wanted to repost this video, make sure that everyone can check it out and see kind of our reactions. We have our friends Quinn and Danielle as they went through and got very, very scared inside this house. They were completely by themselves, excluding the cameraman, so you can definitely see their true reactions to this house, and hopefully this inspires you to get some tickets for Howl-O-Scream and go yourself this year. Also on Friday, we see here a picture of Disney legend Leota Thomas as she is touching up the redhead animatronic in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, Leota was very famous for being Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion, and we wanted to post this picture to kind of talk about not only her being a Disney legend as we go soon into Disney D23, but also because we recently talked about the redhead in the Pirates of the Caribbean and how that scene is going to be changed recently. So very cool to see this, see her. I'm sure you can see her likeness in the Madame Leota figurine and floating head inside the Haunted Mansion, as well as obviously the scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Moving on to Saturday, we retweeted this post from @E92 Live of the finale of the Electroland Grand Finale show at Disneyland Paris. Now, for anyone that knows what an EDC is, this is basically Disneyland's version, where you can see big lights, lasers, fireworks, spotlights. It looked really amazing as they had tons of electronic music all throughout the park, but it ended here at the Tower of Terror. Also on Saturday, we celebrated the 3-year anniversary of Diagon Alley, so happy belated birthday, Diagon Alley. Moving on to Sunday, I had to take a look back at this. It was the first ever video I ever did for Attractions Magazine. 360 footage on Expedition Everest over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So here's a video where we kind of turns it into a tiny planet where you could see all over the ride at one time. And lastly, on Sunday, we look at Bubbles flying into the audience during the finale of the Summer Pop Show at SeaWorld. Now, this is a show all about bubbles, and you would be surprised at how fun of a show this is. Just hundreds and thousands of bubbles flying all over the place. They have spots with kids, they have special effects with bubbles. Sounds weird, but you definitely need to be able to see it to understand what I mean by special effects with bubbles. But the finale ends here. It's so cool. Lasers and spotlights and thousands of bubbles flying all over the place. If you have a chance to go and check it out, I highly recommend going and seeing it at SeaWorld. And that is it for this episode of The Weekly Rewind presented by Attractions Magazine. Now, my question for you this week, there is so many places to see 4th of July fireworks. Where is your absolute favorite spot to go and see them? My personal favorite is over at Epcot. They do the illumination show first, and then afterwards they have like an awesome 3-minute super finale, so I love to be able to see that. But I want to know, whether it's at a theme park or a destination, anything like that, where is your absolute favorite spot to go and see fireworks? You can answer that question below in the comments, and I hope you have an amazing week.